Hi, welcome to day 3 of our 40-day journey to manage your culture. Today's tip, I want to talk about joy and why it's important to have some fun or celebrate at work. Think about it. When was the last time you had fun at work? If it's been a while, I hope you'll watch this short video. So why is it important to have joy at work? Well, I did a research study where I looked at attributes of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, several different virtues to figure out if they were related to or could even predict employee engagement, job satisfaction, and organizational commitment. And I found that joy was one that could actually predict commitment to the organization. So it is important that we have joy at work. Not just because the research says so, but from your own experience, it's just more refreshing and more exciting to come to work if there's something to look forward to. And if you're the recipient of some type of an award or recognition, don't you feel better about yourself? So let's think about how we can develop a culture like this for our employees on a routine basis. And I'm going to share my screen real quick. So the main idea today is to take time to celebrate on a routine basis. And I found that it's up to leaders, the leader of the company, the leader of the department, the leader of the team, to model how we celebrate. And think about it. It's hard for us as individual employees to come up and just bring a balloon and really make a difference, a meaningful difference. And it helps. Don't get me wrong, if somebody brought me a card and a balloon, I feel very much appreciated. But we want to do this as part of our culture and start to celebrate. But we need to be careful not to do this superficially, to make it look just like a last-minute idea. We want to do this well and really make it meaningful for the employees and for the company as a whole. So I want you to find big and small reasons to celebrate. They don't have to be huge wins. In fact, you might even decide that you want to celebrate some failures. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then just overall, intentionally include fun in your culture. We need to. The workplace is a place where we are physically at most of our lives. Most of our waking day, we are at work. So let's make it more fun. So your assignment today is to develop a model for celebrating in your company. And maybe you think, well, we already do this. But how often do you do it? What do you celebrate? When's the last time that you did it? So maybe you have one, maybe you don't. Today is a good day to take a moment and think about this. What will you celebrate? Will we only celebrate wins, maybe hitting a certain milestone or completing a project? What will we celebrate? Or are you open to celebrating failures where you've allowed your employees to experiment, to try something, to brainstorm ideas, and you're really wanting to develop this culture of innovation? And it's okay that they fail sometimes. That's how we learn. That's how we move forward. So maybe we celebrate some failures too. And when will you celebrate? This needs to be timely. So if you say, well, we have a quarterly celebration, and each quarter I get a list from all my leaders to know what we're going to celebrate. Well, that's okay, but is it meaningful? Or is it just another box to check? We really need to be intentional and meaningful to do this well. So can we celebrate on a more timely basis? Maybe once the project's completed, right at that moment, maybe within a day or two. Because think about it. If it's your birthday, better yet, think about it like this. If it's your anniversary and you give your spouse a card at the end of the quarter, how are they going to feel? If it's your birthday and you don't get your card until the end of the month, how will you feel? So it needs to be timely. And how often do we celebrate? Maybe put some parameters around this if you want to control, especially if you're going to put a budget with it. If you want to control expenses and the time that people are spent away from work, how often can we celebrate? Can we go outside of the workplace? Maybe have a luncheon or a picnic or a party out in the backyard. How often can we do this? Where can we do this? And do you need help? This is a bigger task. It's something that takes some effort, but it's so important. So do you need to delegate, or better yet, recruit help? Because you want somebody on this team that wants to celebrate, somebody that sees the value of celebrating. So what I want you to do this week is find at least one thing to celebrate and do it. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. Even if you write a handwritten card and take it to an employee and say, hey, I noticed you're doing a good job, and you give it to them, that will mean the world to them. So I hope this is helpful. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope you'll continue to watch along on this 40-day journey. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.